Okay, so we're gonna compare the GearWrench Serpentine belt tool against the Snap-on Serpentine belt tool. I've been using the Snap-on Serpentine belt tool for a few years now, actually quite a lot of years. At the time, this was a complete set, which was probably over 10 years ago. I'm sure there's a lot more sizes now, but it served me well for a long time, and it still works really good. But there's some situations where it actually gets in the way, and I just need something a little bit more. And we have the GearWrench set here. Comes from, with sizes from 13 millimeter all the way to 19 millimeter. And you got all these square drives, and you even have a few crow's feet. You got the 13, 14, and the 15 crow's feet. And in some situations, this set here, the GearWrench set, is actually slimmer than the Snap-on set, so it'll fit into a lot of places where this Snap-on set won't fit. I mean, I've been able to get the Snap-on set into pretty much any place, but sometimes I have to squeeze it and pry it in there to get it in, and getting it out isn't as easy as that. So as you can see, there's a big difference in the size when it comes to 3/8 inch drive adapters for the versus Snap-on and the GearWrench. You can see the height difference. Let's try and get low and keep the focus. There we go. You can see the height difference. And it seems to focus very well. Alright, so now let's try a different adapter. That's one for the GearWrench set. Now this isn't all that you get with the GearWrench set. You have this piece here that fits into this, and it makes it, you know, pretty long, and you can angle it in any way you want to angle it. So it's pretty versatile. Pretty versatile. All right, so let's go with the 1/2 inch drive adapters. Okay. As you can see, the GearWrench is also slimmer, so it should fit into a lot more places than the Snap-on one would. Now let's try one of these. See which one is smaller. Oh, actually it looks like the Snap-on has it beat by quite a bit. That's good. At least I have both of them. But the thing is, this is a, hold on, focus. Alright, there we go. This is a 13 millimeter, and the Snap-on one is a 14 millimeter, I believe. Let me see. Oh no, they're both 13 millimeters. Alright, so that was equal. And it looks like the 13 and the 14 are the same size, so we're just going to skip that one. And let's go to this one here. That's 5/8 inch. Okay, so let's try that one. And let's put it up against, I guess, the 16 millimeter. And they're about the same size. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Come on. There we go. The GearWrench has it just by a little bit, maybe a millimeter or two, but not a big difference between the two. Okay. So let's move on to. So I'm back, and let's move on to the 18 millimeter on the Snap-on. It's actually a blue point adapter for the Snap-on thing. I don't know why it came like that, but that's the way it came. Anyway, 18 millimeter adapter versus the 18 millimeter. I don't have a 19 millimeter in Snap-on. And it looks like the Snap-on one is smaller in this instance, but like the other comparison, it's only by a little bit. or like a millimeter or so. If I can get this thing to focus. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the Snap-on has it by about a millimeter or two. So, in some situations, the advantage goes to the GearWrench set. And in other situations, the advantage goes to the Snap-on set. Now, the good thing about the GearWrench set is that you can adjust the angle of the wrench. You know, it's like a two-piece setup there, so you can put that in at many different angles. You put it in like that, like this, whatever works. You know, you can do it that way. Or you can use a crow's foot. I'm not saying that there aren't any crow's foot adapters for the Snap-on set, and there probably is. I just don't own any, so. Okay, so what I forgot to mention in the other videos is that the Snap-on Serpentine belt tool, it's not that deep, so it doesn't want to grab the entire head of the bolt or the tensioner. So you got to keep that in mind when you're using it, that you don't want it to slip off, because a lot of these tensioners are under a lot of pressure, and if it's not completely grabbing the entire head of the tensioner bolt and you got a lot of pressure on there, it's a possibility it can slip off. I mean, this has only happened to me maybe once or twice out of the time that I've had it, but you know, keep that in mind. And the GearWrench set, it's a little deeper. It actually covers the entire head of the bolt in most applications. I mean, it's not like a deep socket, obviously, because it's not designed to be that way. But it does grab it a little bit more than the Snap-on Serpentine belt tool. Now, that only applies to the two smaller sizes on the Snap-on Serpentine belt tool. The other sizes, the 17 and 18 or whatever the larger sizes may be that you'll have in your kit, is going to grab everything. It's going to give you a nice secure bite, and it's going to work really well. So the only problems would be the smaller sizes. So just keep that in mind. And I actually had to warranty one of them because it was really bad. It wasn't grabbing anything, and I think it was just a defect in the way that bit was made. So, but otherwise, it's a great tool and it works well. You're better off having both sets, because that gear wrench is, you can articulate the arm and it can get out of your way when you need it to be out of your way. You can just move it another couple of degrees to the left or to the right or whatever, and it'll be out of your way and you can slide the belt on. With the Snap-on one, you can't do that. It's either, you just got to make it work. But it will fit into some type of spots when it comes to the 13 and 14 millimeter sizes. So you'd be better off owning both sets. That's just the way it is. Thanks.